Mm. So today we are so fortunate to have His Gaura Gadadhar Prabhu from Tennessee, Knoxville, and Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagavatam 8.6.16th verse and Bhishma Panchak. We are in Bhishma Panchak now, the last 3 days of Kartik. So please take over the call. Last 5 days from Bhishma Panchak, but 3 days are more now. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
Sure. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, um, I will stop by like 2 minutes before 8 because I have some work meeting and no. Anyways,
Yes, Prabhuji, no problem.
sorry about that. So we'll start with Mangalacharan quickly, and then we'll get to the Bhagavatam and discuss a little bit about Bhisham Pancha. Om Agyan Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasme Shri Gurave Nama. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yutpat Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadbhutam Parijan Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shri Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapat Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshri Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kaltarubhascha Kirpa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Nama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. And verses glorifying Bhagavatam. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirye nashta praeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagvat sevaya bhagvati uttam shaloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki Shranvata Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hirdayanto Astoya Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhat Satam. Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who resides in everyone's heart as Super Soul, Paramatma, cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotees who have developed a desire, uh, urge, um, and a desire uh, um, to surrender onto the lotus feet of the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 6, entitled The Demigods and Demons Declare a Truce. And we are discussing, we'll be starting from verse number 16. So we saw in this up till now little bit background that Indra, he offended Durvasa Muni, and after being cursed by Durvasa Muni, uh, no, he lost all the opulence to the demons. The demons were able to easily defeat the defeat Indra and other demigods uh, in the battle thereafter, and they took over everything. And thereafter, and the whole three worlds were plunged in darkness because the demon took over the heavenly planets, and all the ritualistic ceremonies stopped. So then these demigods, they approached Lord Brahma, uh, and along with that, so Lord Brahma, like he along with the demigods, he worshipped the Shirodakshai Vishnu, who is super soul. He offered prayers. Uh, no, he invoked the Lord, and the Lord appeared, and there was so much brightness that no one was able to see the form of the Lord. But Lord Brahma and Shiva, they were able to see the Lord, and Lord Brahma offered him prayers. So now we are here at the point where when the prayers were offered by the demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, we are starting from that point now. So we'll be verse from 16. Shri Shukha Vacha Evam Evam Virinchadibir Idastatat Vigyayate Sham Hirdayam Yatheva Jagadajimota Gabariya Gira Baddhanjalin Samrata Sarva Karkan. Translation. Sukdev Goswami continued, when the Lord was thus offered prayers by the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, he understood the purpose for which they had approached him. Therefore, in a deep voice that resembled the rumbling of clouds, the Lord replied to the demigods, who all stood there attentively with folded hands. So there is no purport there. So we see that Lord, the Supreme Lord, uh, he begins to speak, and his voice is being compared to the rumbling of clouds. So that means the Lord is the supreme authority. So he is speaking with the gravity to the demigods, and the demigods are there attentively wanting to listen to the Lord, and their hands were folded hands. So verse number 17. Eka eveshwaram tasmin surakarya sureshwaraha vihartu kamastan aha samudro mathanadibhi. Translation. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of the demigods, was capable of performing the activities of the demigods by himself, he wanted to enjoy pastimes in churning the ocean. Therefore, he spoke as follows. There is no purport here as well. So here we see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who there is nothing that is beyond his reach. No, but he wanted the demigods to participate along with the demons in the churning of the ocean. And we will see this wonderful pastime when it starts. Now we will see the Lord himself will be doing everything. Like he will be the demigods will not be or demons, they won't be able to get the mountain, which and and also the mountain, after being placed, it needs some base at the bottom of the ocean of milk. That also the Lord will be becoming in the tortoise form. The Lord himself will bring the whole mountain. So there will be a lot of things that Lord will be doing just to ensure this pastime of churning of ocean happens. So likewise, but he wanted the demigods and demons to participate in this churning of the ocean in this pastime. So that was the whole purpose. So he is now wanting to, he will be addressing the demigods in that regard. Yeah. So text number 18. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Hanta Brahman Aho Shambho He Deva Mama Bhasitam Shrunutavahita Sarve Shreyo va Syad Yatha Suraha. Translation: the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and other demigods, please hear me with great attention, for what I say will bring good fortune for all of you. So now the Supreme Lord is begin to address, and he is asking them to be attentive, because what the Lord will be disclosing will bring good fortune to the demigods. So text number 19. Yata danava detyas tavat sandhi vidyatam kalenānugrahitāstriste yavadvo bhava atmanaha. Translation: as long as you are not flourishing, you should make a truce with the demigods and asuras, who are now being favored by time. Purport: one word in this verse has two readings, Kalena and Kavyena. Kalena means favored by time, and Kavyena means favored by Shukracharya. Shukracharya being the spiritual master of the Daityas. The demons and Daityas were favored in both ways, and therefore the demigods were advised by the Supreme Lord to execute a truce for the time being until time favored them. So in this verse, we very nicely see the Lord is wanting that demons, that the demigods should not continue any fight further with the demons. You know, so he wanted to call out for the truce between them. And the main point there is, what Prabhupada explains is that Krishna explains that, that they were the demons were favored by time, or it can also be translated as favored by Shukracharya, who is the spiritual master of the demons or the Daityas. So the Lord wanted them to not pursue with this fight until the demons have a favorable time. The time is favoring them, so better not pursue further fight with the demons. So that was the Lord's first advice. So we move on to text number 20. अरयोऽपि हि सन्धेया सति कार्यर्था गौरवे अहि मुशिकवदेवा हे अर्थस्य pandavim gatihi. Translation and purport by Prabhupada. Translation: O demigods, fulfilling one's own interests is so important that one may even have to make a truce with one's enemies. For the sake of one's self interest, one has to act according to the logic of the snake and the mouse. Purport: a snake and a mouse were once caught in a basket. Now, since the mouse is food for the snake, this was a good opportunity for the snake. However, since both of them were caught in the basket, even if the snake ate the mouse, the snake would not be able to get out. Therefore, the snake thought it was wise to make a truce with the mouse and ask the mouse to make a hole in the basket so that both of them could get out. The snake's intention was that after the mouse made a hole, the snake would eat the mouse and escape from the basket through the hole. This is called the logic of the snake and the mouse. So here, the Lord is further instructing the demigods that that in one's own self-interest, one may have to uh, call out for a truce even with the enemy. No, because the Lord gives a nice analogy which Prabhupada explains in the purport, that for one's own self-interest, one should go by the logic of the snake and the mouse. So Prabhupada gives this explanation of this analogy, where once the snake and the and the mouse were caught in a basket, and definitely both want to get out, and snake is eats the mouse. So it's the food of the snake. So but he knows that this mouse can make a hole in the basket, and snake can escape. Then only, then only he can escape. Otherwise, if he eats the mouse, then he still is trapped in the basket. So the snake intention is to that the mouse makes a hole, and once the mouse makes a hole, the snake can eat the mouse and get away, and escape from the basket. But on the other side, mouse knows that the snake will not eat him as long as he is needed in that situation, and the need is that the mouse should make a hole in the basket. No, but he knows as soon as he makes a hole, the snake will bite him or and eat him up. So mouse has to be he is also not making a hole, because he knows that as soon as he makes a hole, the snake will eat him up and escape from that basket. So the thing is, so in one's own self interest, one has to act, you know um, where both snake and mouse were looking at their own self interest. Yeah. So the but Lord is kind of giving them a uh, olive branch kind of thing, right? Where the Lord is kind of telling them that no, they need to act no in their own self interest, which what Lord is about to speak now. Yeah. So first of all, he's the previous point the Lord gave us to call up a truce with the demons, and now he's explaining the reason for that. The reason is as in one's own self interest, one should one should not pursue that is that which is against one's self interest. So the Lord is kind of uh, getting the demigods by in the proposal that he is about to give. Text number 21. Amratotpadane yatanaha क्रियातम् अविलम्बितं यस्य पीतस्य वा जन्तुर् मृत्युग्रस्तो अमरो भवेत्. Translation: immediately endeavor to produce nectar, which a person who is about to die may drink to become immortal. So the Lord is now further uh, like asking the demigods that you guys need to produce nectar, and by drinking that nectar, you all will become immortal. Yeah. So he is trying to the demigods to buy in his proposal. He is preparing the ground for that. So text 22, 23, and we know the demigods are uh, already they are mixed devotees of the Lord. Yeah. So they are devotees, but at the same time they have material desires. They are not pure devotees. So the Lord is trying to uh, make them inclined to his proposal by telling them about their self-interest. So text 22, 23. Shiptva shiro dadu sarva विरुतृणालता शुधिः मन्तानं मन्दरं कृत्वा नेत्रं कृत्वा तु वासुकिं सहायेन मया देवा निर्मलन्थाध्वम् अतन्द्रितः कलेशाभाजो भविष्यन्ति दैत्यायूयं फलग्रतः. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: O demigods, cast into the ocean of milk all kinds of vegetables, grass, creepers, and drugs. Then, with my help, making Mandra mountain the churning rod and Vasuki the rope for churning, churn the ocean of milk with undiverted attention. Thus, the demons will be engaged in labor. but you, the demigods, will gain the actual result, the nectar produced from the ocean. Purport. It appears that when different kinds of drugs, creepers, grass, and vegetables are put into this milk, and the milk is churned, as milk is churned for butter, the active principles of vegetables and drugs mix with the milk, and the result is nectar. I just repeat again. Actually, purport is it appears that when different kinds of drugs, creepers, grass, and vegetables are put into this milk, and the milk is churned, as milk is churned for butter, the active ingredients of vegetables and drugs mix with the milk, and the result is nectar. So basically, the Lord is trying to say here, now he is trying to buy in the demigods by telling them that this ocean of milk has all kind of uh, vegetables, vegetations, grass, creepers, and drugs. And on top of that, the nectar. So the Lord is asking to use the Mandra mountain as a churning rod and Vasuki as a rope for churning, and he's asking them to churn the ocean of milk. And he said that even the and he's asking them to engage the demons, because in demons they are have physical strength. The Lord wants to use their potential also here. The Lord wants to give them service as well. So the Lord is trying to put up a proposition that the demons will also be engaged, but their engagement will be only for the hard work. But the nectar that will come out will be given to only the demigods. So the Lord is making that kind of proposal. And Prabhupada is explaining here that all these different kind of drugs, creepers, grass, vegetations, they are being put in, when they are put in the milk, they are already they are in the milk, and when the milk is churned for butter, so no in the form of butter, all the active ingredients come out, so, and that are mixed in the milk, which is in the form of butter, and then the leftover is the nectar. So basically this Prabhupada is using this analogy to say that the ocean of milk has a lot of these herbs and all that, and when that gets churned, it produces nectar. So the Lord is basically uh, asking the demigods to collaborate with the demons and engage in the churning of the milk of ocean. So I take a break here, stop here. And so I have covered up till verse number 23 and 22, 23 together. They are together. And we will just discuss a little bit about the Bhisham Panchaka. So we see the last 5 days of Kartik, so which are starting from this Ekadashi that just went by. So starting with Ekadashi on Saturday, which is the 1st of November. So starting with that until the Purnima. So Kartik will end tomorrow, but Purnima is on 5th. So 1st through 5th is the last 5 days of this month of Kartik are known as Bhisham Panchaka, or is also known as Vishnu Panchaka. So basically, we know that Bhishma, who was on the bed of arrows now, and he fasted for these 5 days, preparing himself to go back home, back to Godhead. And so here it is said that one should observe some kind of fasting, some kind of austerity for the pleasure of the Lord, which is optional, but it depends upon the capability of the individual, the bodily, but the most important thing is that the shravanam and kirtanam should be increased in these last 5 days of Bhisham Panchaka. So why it is connected with Bhishma? Because the Lord, Bhishma, who is one of the 12 Mahajans, or very wonderful devotees of the devotee of the Lord, even though he fought in the battle on the opposite side, even though he took a vow uh, to kill all the Pandavas, and the Lord has to intervene to protect Arjun in that battle. And so, despite all these things, he was a wonderful devotee. That's why he's called a Mahajan, and he fasted for these 5 days when he was on the arrows, and he prepared. So we know that uh, he instructed Yudhishthira Maharaj, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was not getting pacified, uh, and after the battle of Kurukshetra. So Bhishma, he gave him the knowledge, no, which is being captured in the Shanti Parva of Mahabharat. No, lot of it's a huge, several chapters are there, huge set of instructions, how the life should be led, how no, and what are the responsibilities of a hera, no, of a monarch, and all those things. So a lot of instructions he gave, which are captured in Shanti Parva of Mahabharat. And so these 5 days he observed severe austerities. He fasted, and he prepared his journey back home, back to Godhead. So it's been said for that, if one who observes these uh, last 5 days of Kartik, uh, um, austerities, or no, increasing the bhajan, no, so he gets the benediction of observing the 4 months of Chaturmas, or the special month of Chaturmas, which is Kartik, the last month. All that benediction is granted to one who observes austerities in these last 5 days, starting from Ekadashi that just went by on Saturday, from 1st November, and the last day of Purnima. No, and it ends on Purnima, the full moon day. And so basically, it is said one should observe this austerity, even though there are some fruitive results that are being mentioned in the scriptures for observing this, but devotees are not inclined for those fruitive results. Our inclination is that we are observing these austerities for the pleasure of the Lord, and we try to attain uh, or make spiritual progress by observing the austerities, uh, as Bhishma observed when he was preparing his journey back home, back to Godhead. So his desire was that Krishna should be there before him, before he leaves the body, and no, and we see that Krishna was present in these, and Bhishma left the body on the on the Purnima day, full moon day, uh, seeing Krishna, and he went back home, back to Godhead. So this is the beauty of this Bhisham Panchaka, and we are in middle of that. Today is the third day, and we have 2 more days of Bhisham Panchaka. So we should try to increase our Shravanam and Kirtanam, so that our absorption in Krishna will increase, and end of that life, and within this life itself, we all can go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So I've opened up the forum for any comments or any additions that devotees on the call will like to make uh, on the verses that we discussed from Srimad Bhagavatam, or on anything on the Bhisham Panchaka that we discussed. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanat Pranam. Thank you so much for this Nectar class, and you covered up to verse 23 uh, um, and about the Bhishma Panchak. So, yes, Prabhuji, there are so many new devotees on the call, so they got really benefited about this. Hare Krishna. I don't have any question, but devotees, if you have any question, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Devotees, if anyone wants to add something. Yeah.
I think they don't have any question.
Nope.
So Prabhuji,
Yeah, no, and definitely, like, no, all the devotees, like, it's it's that Krishna has given this by Prabhupada's mercy, we have got this benefit of Krishna consciousness. So the austerity that we can take, or vows we can take, is improve our devotion, in this Bhisham Panchaka. And also whoever comes in our contact, our family members, our friends, neighbors, whoever comes in our contact, the austerity for this age is try to give them this fruit of Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so we Krishna in this age, we cannot do any much austerity like in that was possible in the previous ages. So austerity for this age is that no, we try to do good to others, no. And from Srimad Bhagavatam, different pastimes, we can see the Lord was impressed not by the austerities that were performed, no, performed by the performer. Like we see the Prachetas pastime that comes, no, they performed very severe austerities for the pleasure of the Lord. But the Lord was more influenced, like more impressed by the type of coordination, the type of friendship they all have, or the common goal they all have. So likewise, on this call, we all are having a common goal, and the common goal is to go back home, back to Godhead, so that we can be together in Krishna consciousness. So the thing is, removing all our anarthas that we may have, we should use this opportunity to work together, uh, no like no like not neglect no neglect all these distractions that may come on our way, right? We should pray to the Lord that unwanted distractions that may come, let's keep them aside, work together for a common goal, which is love of God. And no and that way we can attract the attention. And our Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj has said, no, we should not try to see God, but act in a way that God wants to see us. No, so we know this is such a nice opportunity that Krishna has given. The devotees have provided. Now we come on the call, like we discuss things about Krishna. And so that's the austerity. And now we use that austerity to purify ourselves further and give to others whoever comes in our contact. Yeah. So let's take that vow. Yeah. So Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's such a nice wow you explained, because in previous ages, some devotees were just doing the Panchagavya for Bhishma Panchak, or just one day Ekadashi fasting, or just fruits and roots. But
yeah, those fasting, those austerities are good as well. But along with that,
but now you explained very nicely about this vow and this observing the Vishnu Panchak, spreading Krishna consciousness, book distribution, or chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra more rounds is we can do, Prabhuji, for this age. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Vansha kalptaro
Yasha Krupa Sindhu Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Anant Koti Vaishnav ki Jai. Namaste.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Rajaraj
Thank you.
की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय,
Jai.
गौर गदाधर प्रभु की जय.
All the
Jai.
devotees, Bhaktan ki jai.
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 Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Today,
Hare
actually, Puja Mataji, Monday and Tuesday, Puja Mataji does the greetings. But now we have a daylight saving. So for Australia, it will be 11:40 or 11:20, like that. So she will not be able to greet for 6 months. So, So if anybody would like to do this service, Monday and Tuesday, please let me know. And I will be also going to India. So we need help for greetings. So please let me know if anybody is interested. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Hare Bol.
Hare